Good morning. I just want everybody to take a minute and tell me what you think about what I show you. The letter A, the letter C, and the letter F. I'm sure by about the C or maybe even the F, you guys realized that I was talking about grades. Funny enough, when I was looking up the pictures for my slideshow, I think that the colors of the first letters I represent, which are the ones that I use, represent the connotation that goes along with the letters. The A being gold for perfection. The C is just black and white, nothing really special about it, nothing wrong with it. And the F being red for failure. Let's start with the A. To have an A is great. If you have a 4.0 GPA, I applaud you. My problem with an A is that we can see something as perfection, but we also see it as a standard. Think about the last test you take. I like what Piper said in hers, so I'm going to use that. You studied really hard for it, and you think you're going to do really good, you're excited to take it, and you get a C. There's nothing wrong with the C. A C is fine. It's a perfect average. It's at the top of the bell curve. So why do we idolize the A? Let me tell you a story about two students. I'll call them student A and student B. You see, student A, if you look up here, he's just not really an impressive student, and his feelings aren't hurt by me saying this, but he's just all around a poor student. Didn't care, missing assignments, late work, lack of effort. However, student B, on the other hand, if you think back to your sophomore year when we took the 4 state tests in each of our core areas, student B got a 5 out of 5 on all 4 of those state tests, even winning a pair of AirPods in a raffle that the school did that year. Now, with their permission, of course, and not to hurt anybody's feelings, I'm going to show you guys these two students. You may be thinking, he messed up on his slideshow, he added the same picture twice, but no, both of these people are me. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that lack of effort or laziness had nothing to do with it, but there were other factors coming into play. Let me elaborate on that. As a whole, as a society, I think we could all agree that since the 1950s-ish, we have grown both academically and technologically. Just in case you don't think so, I'm going to show you a few pictures. That's a car from the 1950s. That's a car from 2024. That's a big difference. A lot has changed in those 75 years. How about the phone? I've never seen that thing in my life, but I see that one a lot. See that one every day. Now I want to show you a classroom from the 1950s. This is a classroom today. Almost identically the same. Nothing changed. How can we say we bettered ourselves as a society and evolved academically and technologically when the base where we go to get that education hasn't changed at all? You may be asking yourself, what do? We can't just do nothing. We can't have no grades at all. And that's where I say you're wrong. See, myself and many others, including a study done by the University of the People, believe that instead of grades on a topic and passing or failing, we should instead strive for mastery of a topic. You see, the shift from striving for mastery of a topic encourages a growth mindset instead of students worrying about passing or failing. Many schools have tried this already, including our very own elementary school here in Port Clinton doing something similar. But allow me to answer some questions that some of you may have. Yes, missing work would still lead to failing, so you would need to do your work to get a grade. You may be wondering how the grades work, how each grade level works. We would still go through a curriculum like we do today and go through unit by unit. However, a lot of schools that are doing this are utilizing online learning to teach kids that are struggling or falling behind how to catch up and just better themselves in the area so every kid can graduate with the same base knowledge and everyone has a fair chance in life. Let's focus on what I said about the mindset of our students. Now listen, as for what we should really do is beyond me, but we can't stay on this path of valuing a letter on a paper more than the knowledge we could gain. But what else can we expect? Kids' previous performances have discouraged them to the point of self-doubt. With doubt comes desperation. And this desperation leads kids to learn to take shortcuts or learn to cheat, ill-preparing them for life. Because for the rest of our lives, we're not being graded on a letter scale. We're being graded by employees, employers, authority figures, society as a whole, based on how to get knowledge that we were never truly taught how to get. Education. You see, education comes from the Latin word educe, which means to bring forth. And I hope that we could better focus on bringing forth something out of students and really bringing out something like a passion, a desire to learn, instead of just cramming something down students' throats right before a test so they can throw it up all over the test and then it's gone. They won't have it anymore. I want to leave you with this today. And don't misconstrue what I'm about to tell you. I don't want you to go failing any classes or not trying just because you think you're still learning, so it doesn't matter. Grades are still a part of our system and they're still important. But I want you all to truly focus on learning something new every day and bettering yourself rather than stressing so much about the grade that you might get. And I think you will find that your engagement in all the classes you do this go up. And I just want to end this by saying this was not an attack on Port Clinton personally. I think schools all across America have this problem, and I think Port Clinton is very evolved in the way we handle some of these problems. We're one of the more advanced schools. I think I'm lucky to be here. I just don't want to have to wait another 75 years for change to come. I think it has to happen now. And that's why I give grades an F.